Okay, so today I'm going to be explaining why I'm on a massive break on all of my platforms. The reason for this is because of everything that happened at my school. I will not be revealing the school. I will not be mentioning anyone's name in this. If you figure out who they are, do not go and harass them. Okay, so what happened was I felt that I was manipulated slightly into being things that I was not, and into a relationship, and I was not happy. I had gone through a lot of mental struggles throughout my middle school, and it was really hard for me, and then I feel like slightly I was a little bit taken advantage of and just manipulated in some of the worst ways. Now, before anybody says anything, no, I was not, nothing ever that could be taken as criminal from this relationship ever happened. I'm not going to assume that because nothing ever happened. And so enough about that, okay. Anyways, so I'm recording this at, I don't even know what time, it's either 11 or 12. For me, as I am recording this, and, back to explaining. So, I am on a massive break because after this all happened, I had to delete all of my social media platforms. This included Tumblr, which I had, my Discord, my YouTube, my Pinterest, and any other platforms that I am leaving out that I did have. I can't remember all of them, there's the new ones I don't think I've really anything out. And if I do interact with anything you comment on my videos or post about me, it will probably be a while after, because anytime that I do reply, most likely I looked up the website on Safari on my phone, and I am signing into my account and replying that way. So that's kind of why I haven't really been posting. I did post art on my Pinterest, but that is because there were requests from people in CapCut, and I can't post videos on Pinterest, but I can post photos. So I posted some traditional art because I can't, because on my iPad I have to have a password. My iPad was where, okay, so my iPad is where I used to do all my editing. It's where I had all my apps for my social media, where I would get my photos off Pinterest, go and edit them in either a Light Motion or CapCut, where I would draw all my digital art to then post on Pinterest and Tumblr, and like reply to Discord and stuff. Now that I do not have those apps, I can't really do much. YouTube, really, I just now figured out I can post a video. I was going to originally post a community post, but anytime I would try and click that on YouTube Studio, it would not let me, but it will let me post a video. So that's why I'm doing this as a video form of explanation. So with having to delete all the apps, it did not delete my accounts. I did not deactivate any accounts. All of my accounts are still public. On YouTube, I did private anything about Black Rain, or my OCs, really, kind of, apart from like a short, which I don't really mind that short because it really had nothing to do with Black Rain. But Black Rain, if you subscribe to me because you liked Black Rain, feel free to unsubscribe. I do not mind. But Black Rain has been put on pause or will be officially discontinued because I have stopped writing the book ever since I had to turn in my school computer because I do no longer go to public school. and I was using the charger from my school computer on my home computer because they shared a charger, but ever since I had to turn that computer in, I had to turn the charger in, which meant that I no longer had a charger for my regular computer, and I can no longer use it right now. It will also have to be wiped, but I'm hoping that if I just use a different, like if I just sign out and sign in, I can sign in on my actual like Gmail on that computer. And then I'll try, once I can figure that entire situation with the computer out, I will try to post, I will try my best to screen record some Roblox gameplays, edit them, and post them on YouTube from there. But really with Pinterest, it's gonna be hard to do art because, like I said, with my iPad, I need a password, and that password is because we cannot delete Safari off of my iPad because it comes as a stationary, and I did have to factory reset it too. So I can no longer really get Pinterest. So if you do see any art on my Pinterest, it is most likely low quality pictures of traditional art that I have done for people like CapCut, because I cannot post really any of my digital art. I'm really hoping that once I can access my computer, I'm gonna try to start drawing with my mouse and experiment around with that and see if I can get good, and then post some digital art from my computer onto there. But I make no promises. Like I said, I do not know when I will officially be back, because I make edits on CapCut on my phone, and these are on my phone, so they're not the best edits, and I can't really do any tweening or OC lore because I do not have Gacha on my phone, and if I did, it'd be really hard to use. I might try to get some, I don't know, because there's not much I can do with just a phone and looking up websites. I might try to do some like random low quality phone gameplays of Roblox, of like simple games I can play. But I can guarantee nothing at the moment, since I am not allowed to get any of these apps back, and I'm hoping soon I can at least get Pinterest back and post on Pinterest again. A lot of things on Pinterest I did delete, mainly of like my relationship, because that has ended. If you figure out who I was in a relationship with, or figure out who any of the people from my old school were, do not go and harass them like I said earlier. They did, honestly, the only thing I feel they did was manipulate me, but there was nothing that was inappropriate in any way, shape, or form, because I am a minor, so were they. We were all in the same grade, in the same age group, and there was absolutely no need to go and harass them if they, in my opinion, did not do anything inappropriate to me. So that's about kind of like my break-in stuff. Another thing is, I'm gonna talk about what I may be posting in the future once I can get my apps back. I am rebranding. If you see this video and you see that I am no longer Sunflower Turtle 16, I have rebranded. I am now gonna go by Emo Kid 16. It may change when I get my YouTube back. That's the placeholder for right now. My OC I do still have all of my old OCs, but backstories, lore, and things like that have changed, especially since Black Rain. Most likely with Black Rain, I'm probably not gonna redo it or continue it from where it left off. Again, if you were only here for Black Rain, feel free to unsubscribe. It does not matter to me. Because I just feel since I had done it in school, it associates so many bad feelings for me, and I don't want to have that associated with me, because it just brings down my mental health, and I have gotten a lot better with it. So here's some things I'm proud of about my mental health ever since I've gotten out of school. I am officially I'm about a year and 1 month clean. I have improved a lot with self-care and hygiene. Music has really been a big grounder for me ever since all of this. Mainly, the reason I have rebranded to emo kid and stuff like that is all because the main music that has helped me get through all of this. Here are some of the main bands that have: My Chemical Romance, because my parents have CDs and they put them in my dad's truck because his CD player works. And we started and I played 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. That's currently my favorite album. And I feel like just the meaning, so many of the songs have a deep meaning that I actually feel like I can relate to. Some like Disenchanted, which is one of my favorites from the Black Parade album. Cemetery Drive is a one that you may question, like, because it does have lines about self-harm and suicide, but it just deeply relates to me because I have lost, when I was in school in 6th grade, I did lose a friend. I did lose a boy I was friends with to the I wish that upon nobody ever, not even my worst enemy. Because it's really hard to see a friend go because of that, especially when they look so happy on the outside. That is how I was, is I would always have a mask on that I was enjoying everything. But no one can truly be like that all of the time. And it's a difficult topic to talk about just because of how bad I struggled with it and how close I was to being taken away by it, which is why I relate to Disenchanted and Cemetery Drive so much. Another band that saved me a lot was Pierce the Veil. Now, my ex might think that I got into Pierce the Veil because of her a lot, because she did listen to it and it was one of her favorite bands, and we were gonna go see it. But really, I got into it myself after listening to King for a day, because that's like the only song I had known at the time, and I just kind of got more and more into the band. I did end up going to see them, but with my parents instead of my ex, because I had cut all contact with everyone at school and my parents were able to get tickets. So we all went, and it was honestly really fun. I got to be out in the lawn and I got to sing. I was out till like 10, and I was there for all 3 openers. Ooh, my voice was killing me because I knew every song. My favorite album from them is probably Selfish Machines. I don't know. It's just a really good album. I can't decide what my favorite song from that one is, but definitely a song that I really relate to with them is Hold On Till May, because they had played that as an encore, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was an encore at their show when I went to see. And when they asked if who was holding on till May, I had raised my hand out on the lawn. My parents never commented on it because I think they knew what I meant, but they knew that I was better, like much better. You'll start to notice a pattern with my favorite songs most of the time, that most of them I relate to because of my own struggles. Sorry if you hear a bunch of noises. My window is open, my TV's on, and I'm fidgeting with things. Anyways. And then, okay, so I'm gonna be real for a moment. I have replied to comments, someone who I will refer to as Jay because that's what they've referred to them in replies and comments on like my community posts, and on another video that I had posted. Okay, so if you happen to see this, Jay, whether it be the day I post this or a month later or something, like I have stated in my replies to your comments, I am not hiding. I simply wish not to have contact with anyone from my school. I just simply do not want it. I think this is for the best, and so do my parents. I did say this in one of my replies to him. If you see this and you were a person I knew from my school, no, I did not commit. I was much past that, and I have 2 young cousins. One is, okay, I'm not trying to reveal their actual ages. They're both kind of, one's a toddler, one's just a kid. Like a young kid. They do not understand what death is. And I know that from speaking from how I have been to, a funeral where they were there. They did not understand what was happening. No one wanted to explain it to them since they were so young. And I have my own experiences with not understanding death. Like when my papa passed, I was young. I think I was in 2nd grade. I think I was like going into 2nd grade. Yeah, because this was 2019, right before the pandemic. So it's like the summer of 2019. I had like just gotten into summer break. All of a sudden my dad's home early while I'm enjoying my day. And the next second I know, I'm in Illinois dressed in black. I will not specify where in Illinois. I will just say that. And it's hard. I don't cope with death or loss that great to this day. It's a sensitive topic to me. I don't cope with it well. Not at all. I am still slightly mourning from his passing to this day, and it's been like 7 years. But I was a young kid when this happened. Like I said, I was in 2nd grade. It was not pleasant. But I've gotten better at dealing with it. It's not just a constant every time I think about him, I'm sobbing. But it does still bring some voice cracks and some thoughts. But really, I could never want to bear my family with the loss of losing a niece, a cousin, a grandchild, a goddaughter. I could never bear them with that. Okay. So, next thing I want to talk about is what my content will be shifting to. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't really elaborate too much. Sorry about that. But so my content will mainly be shifting from gacha, art, and stuff like that, well, really just from gacha to more so kind of edits of like My Chemical Romance. I've made like a few, I've made an edit of The Demolition Lover Bride and Helena. I've made an edit of Party Poison, which I just finished not too long ago. And I made a edit of Gerard Way. Mainly that's what you'll see in my shorts, and maybe just like a few random things like some speed paints. I will also be posting most likely once I can get my computer back and I get good at digital art on there of a mouse. Most likely you will see some speed paints from that. And then I might try and post some more Roblox content once I get my computer back. Just kind of post some of that content because I play a lot of games on Roblox and I'd like to give y'all some playthroughs. I really want to give y'all some more Dandy's World playthroughs of me trying to get some tunes. I also want to try and give y'all some playthroughs of like me in Forsaken rounds on Call of My Best Friend. Some of me on like voice chat with my friends. Some of me playing Death Penalty on Roblox. Just like a bunch of games that are just fun that I like and I'll play for y'all. So, and then, I'll probably also, I'm hoping I can come back at either the end of this year, start of next year, or, at some point in 2027, because it most likely will not be this year, possibly the end of this year, but most likely will be next year. I'm hoping to come back. A thing I noticed with my old posting schedules, I was a lot of the times forcing myself to work on Black Rain, make edits, do all this and that. That's why I'm gonna start shifting my content to be more so just like on my own time. And then another thing you might see when I come back is I'm hoping that, so next year after I can drive, I'm really, my mind is set on this. I am going to dye my hair black, cut it short to be like 2004 Gerard Way. If you don't know it, look it up because it's fun. I'm gonna start dressing more alternative and stuff like that. But I'm really also hoping that since I can drive, I'm gonna go out, just kind of do some fun stuff. And I'm really hoping that I can like just make little low quality vlogs of what I do when I'm like out. But that's mainly what my content's gonna probably be shifting to as soon as I'm back. What else do I have to cover? Let me think here for a second. What else? What else? I'm just really hoping that I can get, once I can get all this back, that I can actually do, that I can, I'm not saying like better things, but just kind of, what I mean by this is post things that actually make me happy. And yeah, big announcement. So on a kid's version of TikTok, my friend will be posting a comic that I voice over. called the admin chains, and I'm hoping, since I figured out that from YouTube Studio I can upload videos, that maybe I'm hoping that I can just that well, she might also post it on a YouTube if she can make her own. That if I can screen record it or something, or like screenshot the panels, and then I can voice them over on my phone and post them on YouTube. But it is going to be my comic that I'm making on my iPad, which is why I can't post it. It only has one OC in it, which is my OC, and it's just gonna be just a Roblox AU, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna have a lot of lore. It's gonna be great. And then I feel like I had other things to cover. Oh yes. So like I had said, I do not want contact with anyone from my old school at all. No contact. Okay, so let me explain a little more on this. You are completely, if you know me from my old school, or you are someone that knows someone from my old school, please do not ask about if I am hiding, or if, I cut everyone off to be rude. No. My decision after talking to my parents to cut everyone off, it used to just be, only about 3 people I was keeping, but now I have cut off everyone. But you are free to, comment and like my videos and be subscribed to me. That is perfectly fine, but I do not want to hear anything, about anything I have mentioned. I don't want to hear it. It's annoying. I don't want to hear it. But, that is my explanation video. If you have any questions, like you just randomly see this on your For You page and you want to ask me questions, ask them. I really don't mind explaining this entire situation, even if you're a complete stranger, had no idea, or even haven't subscribed to me and just like now found my channel. I only have about 6 videos up. 3 are shorts, 1 is a fake collab, 1 is about Mini Creator, one of my OCs that was not related to Black Rain, and another one was like just asking about a art comp, which I still have not gotten results for. And then feel free to ask about anything that had happened at my old school. I don't really mind explaining, just in simpler terms, kind of what happened if you're confused. Perfectly fine with me. But I just want everyone to know that I am alive, I am well, and I am not quitting. Bye! Okay, so after I had recorded the first part, and I was making my thumbnail, which is very lazy, I just remembered something I had forgotten to explain. My identity. Okay, so my thing used to be surrounded by all those friends, and I was a biking fan, and I had like only 3 women and my mom and not one. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining my secret. I am not trans, I am short, I am 6, I was actually weird, but I am also gender apathetic. I do not care what color you call me. And then, from the entire experience, I am also not LA, so I am not talk first. This may change, yes. Okay, now I have known how to stay safe. And then I am also bisexual from Marine and really only like female fictional characters and fictional characters. Okay, bye.